Hey, have you ever wished that time travel was possible? I mean, you regret something or there's a time you want to go back to. I had a really weird experience while I was fiddling with my new 1938 Philco radio. Now, if you know anything about me, you know that I'm a big fan of the movie Ghostbusters from 1984. And in collecting a lot of the things that were used as props or set dressings in that movie, I'm usually going back 20, 30 years or so. Well, at least 30. So this one was a little bit different. This is 76 years old. It's as old as my father. And it's used as set dressing in Peter Venkman's office. A friend of mine in France, Caisson, he identified it back in September. I put it in a saved search on eBay, a followed search, and lo and behold, one came up. I bid on it, and I won it. And I got it the other day, and I started fiddling around with it. I plugged it in, turned on the power switch, which is right here. Whoa! Don't drop it. Turned on the power switch, which is right here, and nothing happened. And I was like, man, in the auction description it said that this thing was, functional, that they had turned it on, it actually picked up stations. And then I start to hear this rising buzz as the tubes warmed up. Yeah, okay, that was a little bit retro for me. And then I started hearing this staticky signal. Well, I started fiddling with the tuning dial right here, which spins the little needle there. And I could only get a couple of stations to come in. The first one that I heard was some political pundit. I was like, that's not going to work. Then I got one that had music playing. And I'm like, I know that song. I know that song. Wait a minute. That's a big band song. That's an old song. So with my free hand, I reached over to the laptop and I was Googling that song. The song was from 1935, and I was hearing it on a 1938 radio. The very first song that I ever heard played over this radio was era appropriate. So it was a little bit freaky, and here on this tape you'll be able to see my initial reaction to the very first time that I played music on my new radio. Enjoy. I'm in the Mood for Love, a 1935 song, the first thing I ever heard played on my 1938 Philco radio.